Okay, so in the last episode, we're talking about Facebook ads, how to actually make Facebook ads so you can turn a profit, you can build your business and get clients signing on. We're talking about funnels. How do you actually go through the funnel intensive so you can attract the right type of clients and get clients signing on board each week? And we're talking about how you set up your coaching business so that you get your clients the absolute best results, you minimize your time, and you maximize your profits. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the 9 major projects that you, me, Josh, all trainers and coaches need to have in place for you to build a business that has scale. Now, what are the biggest problems right now that you could be in being in a personal trainer in a gym, or maybe you're trying to start online but it's not really working? The biggest thing is that you're not earning the money that you want. You're not having the impact that you want, and you don't have the freedom that you want. So you're not earning the money that you want because maybe your business model isn't set up the right way. Maybe you're not able to actually make the amount of sales that you need. Maybe you can only see a certain amount of clients each day because there's only a certain amount of hours in each day. Maybe you don't have the freedom that you want because you're actually in the gym face to face. You can't live around the world. You can't travel and your business comes with you. And maybe you're not having the impact that you want because you can only see a certain amount of clients at once, and the way that you help people isn't set up to be maximizing being able to have so many people actually see what you do and you help them as well.
Yeah, basically you're limited by, every aspect. So you got into this for a reason, right? You got into the training business, the coaching business for a reason. And everything that you just described basically is different pain points for you, right? We always talk about pain points for our clients or your marketing systems and stuff like that, but this stuff are your pain points. They were our pain points. We've all been there. 12, 13, 14 hours a day in the gym, not being able to travel anywhere, being capped with your income, being tired all the time, not reaching the amount of people that you have, feeling not fulfilled because you feel like you could be having such a bigger impact on the world in some way, whatever it means to you. And even if you don't care about that, it really just comes down to time freedom.
Totally.
Yeah. So these 9 steps are really broken down into 3 phases. All right. And the first phase is your attraction system. That involves your funnel, building yourself into an authority, and automation. Okay. So let's go through that a little bit.
Okay, so firstly, you've got to start thinking about the funnel right now. So what is it that you need to be able to do to set up the set of steps to get people to come in to know you firstly, then to be able to go through and actually make sure that they are building a relationship to you, then you can actually sign them on as clients. So how are you attracting in clients through people automated? Because most people, most trainers, most coaches are trying to do prospecting manually. They're trying to go out and it's a one-on-one conversation that they don't have. There's only so many one-on-one conversations that you can have in a day before just running out of hours or running out of energy, or both. So that's no fun. So when you don't have this working in place, you're out there, you're doing all the heavy lifting. You're waking up each day and you're chasing after clients, you're chasing after more people the entire time. But when you do have this in place, you've got the system set up so you know that you can produce some key pieces of content and they're going to leverage out. They can start being seen by all the people all around the world that are your potential clients, that do fit your potential market.
And in that way, you're directing the conversation. Yeah, really. With your content that you're putting out, you're dictating where the conversation is going. Whereas, if you're doing manual prospecting and things like that, the conversation is really up in the air. Cold calling, door-to-door sales, whatever it is. On the gym floor. First of all, it does suck. It does suck, and you're not necessarily directing the conversation. I mean, there's ways to do it if you're very good at it, but in terms of putting content out there and using the one-to-many strategy of prospecting, you're directing the conversation the entire time, so that when it comes time for the sale, you're only talking to people who know you, like you, trust you, and they're ready to go.
Now that comes into the second big point that in the attraction model, and that is how do you build authority? Because this is probably one of the key concepts, because if you are getting kind of like swept under the rug with everybody else in the health and fitness industry, then you're plain old vanilla. You get completely forgotten about, nobody knows who you are, you're working so hard, but the thing is your potential clients are becoming clients of somebody else because somebody else is being able to build authority. So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to create content, create attraction, and to be able to have context behind that. And that is how do you create authority in your market? How do you get known as somebody that is the actual solution to the problem to your target market? Because if you don't have a clear message, if you don't have a way to get that clear message out to people, and if you don't have the steps set up for them to actually follow on through to get them on as a client after that, then literally you're not going to be known, you're not going to be getting leads, and you're not going to be getting clients. And one of the biggest problems so many coaches come to us is, I'm not getting enough leads, Chris. I'm not getting enough leads, Josh. What do I do? And this is where we say, okay, once we start building a funnel, let's make sure that we're getting authority behind it as well to build on it.
And authority has to be authentic authority, right? And so not everybody is a great writer, right? I love to write. I'm really a very strong writer.
I'm a horrible writer.
I can get a message, any message across very, very, very easily, right? And I like video and stuff like that. But some people, honestly, should be focusing on other areas. So it's good to think about how you're creating that authority and how you're going to be perceived. Because if you're not necessarily an extremely strong writer, then maybe you should spend, a larger portion of your time creating videos. You could be electric on screen and be able to convey your message a lot easier than, writing long form blog posts. Or you can use a combination of pictures and more, short, punchy headlines. It really depends.
Yep.
There's podcasts and all these other different options that we talked about before, and actually how to run your fitness business. But authenticity is key in this, because if you just try to mimic what everybody else is doing, it's not going to sound like you, and these people are going to go somewhere else.
Okay, now all of this is absolutely superb, works absolutely gangbusters, but it only works if you have actual automation. And this is the third part of the attraction, automation behind it. Because the thing is, you only have a certain amount of hours in the day. There's only so much you can really do, and for you to have really the reach and to be able to get people to know who you are, to really build a business that is crushing it, you need to be able to have automation. If you don't have the automation set up, you get a lot of friction, because everything you do, it takes time, it grinds. You wake up each day, what am I posting about? What am I writing about? What do I have to do?
It's not enjoyable.
Totally, and that's where we want you to find flow. How do you have flow? So you just know there's a few key things that you can do, you can really easily do it, and you see the results start pouring in. You start planting those seeds, and you are able to reap the rewards from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's step number one in your system, your attraction model.
Yep.
Okay, so step number two is how do you convert? It's your conversion model. Okay, and so that involves having a premium program, premium product or coaching program, whatever it may be, having a campaign in place to basically promote that premium program, and a main event, that encapsulates all of that.
Yep. Okay, so if we break this on down, we talk premium because we don't like the cheap stuff, especially in the health and fitness world. That's not what we do with. If you want to do like a $5 a month membership thing and you just want to like cram on that and that's it.
$47 ebooks,
not
all that
us.
stuff,
Cool, doesn't matter. This is about actually delivering true quality value. This is about bringing okay, we know that the face-to-face business personal training model is dying a very quick and painful death. But the thing is, how do you take the best of that, and how do we put this into the new world? How do we put this into how technology is forming this out, how people are operating these days? Because it's completely different. And this is where we take the best of the best and we want absolute quality. So this is where, how do you have a premium high-end online coaching program? How do you can still have membership programs? Do you want to run retreats? Do you want to be able to sell top-tier products and programs? But this is where you've got to first figure out, how do you get your clients the best results? And that's why in the first episode of this series, we covered how do you coach your clients online? How is it that you understand what it is that you need to do?
Yeah, it's not about just doing less. It's actually this kind of new age of training and the online world and stuff. It actually had a bad rap for a long time, and it still kind of does. You know, the online world, it's a lot of crap out there. It's a lot of just subpar programs, subpar coaching. And what this is really about for us is taking the best of the best of what very good in-person training is, taking that, encapsulating it, and bringing it online, and then improving on that even more. Because honestly, in our day and age, and with the technology that's available, and the way that people operate, and the way people live their lives, to be honest, online coaching is a better choice for most people, especially people who already know kind of what they're doing in the gym. They can train by themselves. Doesn't really matter. But what this is about in a premium program, you really have to figure out how you can over deliver and how you can actually deliver the value that allows you to charge that extra bit.
Perfect. And this goes perfectly into, once you know what it is that you're selling, how do we start warming people up to then take that next step with you? And we call this the campaign, because the thing is, when you're getting people to watch your videos or see your posts or read your blog posts or whatever it is, and starting to know you, then you need to be able to start building that relationship that we've been talking about. And this is truly how you start converting people. And the campaign is, how do I start building them into the relationship that I need them to be? How do I get them educated to the actual point where they see me as a coach that's able to get them the results better, faster, easier, quicker than the other coach over here? And this is how you differentiate yourself from everybody else as well.
Yeah, it's not really about like, shiny marketing tactics and things like that. I mean, we have a lot of ninja stuff to implement and different strategies and stuff, but results at the end of the day are what's going to be the main driver of your business.
Yep, 100%, perfect. And then this really goes into, how do you actually have that, not a client to client, what's that one line that they actually have to step to come over? And we call that the conversion event right now. And this is why in one of the previous episodes we're talking about the money map, and we've had that third step in the money map for you to be able to go through. And you've got to be able to have this event right now, because you've got to think about, okay, how many clients am I signing on each week? And you've got to answer these questions as I go through it. How many clients am I actually signing on each week? Let's say for an average over the last 3 months. How many clients do I want to be actually signing on, and where's the gap right now?
Yeah, what's
and
missing in between that?
Exactly. How do I actually improve my event to fill this gap? Because that's what you need to be able to do. Once you have a flow of people coming on board and you're attracting on the people, once then you can then have that event to turn them into clients. That is when you're going to be able to have a business that can truly start to scale. This is how you start earning 10 times more money and actually working half the time as well.
Mm-hmm. In a realistic way. Like, this is all very real. It's not, make $100,000 per year by creating this product and this creating this affiliate program and doing all this is just very practical, realistic, basic stuff that really does work. All right, so those are the first two steps: the attraction model, your how to convert. Okay, number 3 is your delivery method. Okay, all of this has been talking about getting yourself out there, getting yourself in front of the right people, your different sales funnels, how to actually take somebody from a consumer into a customer, right? And so step number 3 is actually, how do you deliver once you've sold those people? Right? So what is your model? What's your system? And do you have a team?
Perfect. So model number 1, what is your actual business model in the day? What are you selling? What are all the different things that you're doing, and what are clients able to actually pay and come on board for? Because this is where so many coaches and trainers get stuck. They don't really know what they're selling, or they're only going, okay, I want a one-on-one online coaching program. I go, okay, that's fantastic. What else is after that? Do you want to be offering maybe a membership program? Maybe do you want to be doing retreats? Maybe you do like automated programs or products. This is where you need to understand, how does your business actually earn the money, and then can my business actually bring on those sales each and every week? Do you know what I mean? This is where you've got to be realistic right now and go, okay, if I want to earn $250,000, then I need X amount of clients on this program. I need to be selling this many products right now. And then you need to sit down and go, okay, I know where I am right now, where I want to go, how do I bridge that gap?
This is really basic stuff that it's surprising that not a lot of people fully understand, because we get a lot of friction with some of our case studies that we're putting out there right now, and testimonials and stuff with people making very, very, very good money, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, whatever, and these, $39,000 launch within 2 days. And from the outside, it sounds like nonsense, because, if you don't have a basic understanding of these different types of models that you can implement, then it sounds entirely just bullshit, to be honest.
Well, tell you,
when it comes to
normal,
being a trainer.
Me a few years ago, I would have said the same. I would have called BS on it. But the thing is, when I was a trainer, and maybe you're charging $70, maybe you're charging $100 an hour, but you see like 4 or 5 clients in a day. Do you know what I mean? Seeing somebody go, oh, I had a pretty good day, I earned $500 today, to then saying, oh, this dude just did, like Dan did $12,500 of sales in one day. There's a very big discrepancy right now. That's where the model is actually the biggest thing that I think being the differentiator.
You can make the money that you want. All it takes is getting clear on that number and then working backwards from that number and creating the model to actually get you there, right? It's great to dream about a certain amount of money, but if you don't have an exact plan of how to get you there, it's never gonna happen.
Okay, so this is where it comes into systems for what is how you get your clients the results that they do. So what is your IP, your intellectual property? How is it that you do what you do for your clients to get the results that they need to? And this is where you need to break it down right now. So you know your model, you know what it is your actual coaching program is, or your retreat, or your products or programs. You've got those things figured out. Now, what is it that you actually need to create to have those in place? So you can have automation behind them, so you can have them created the best way possible. And this is where you need to be able to have your systems for turning your passion, your expertise, your experience in the health and fitness world to get results.
How you're actually delivering those results. This comes down to the basics in terms of training program design, nutrition program design, tracking your financials from each client, tracking when they need to be updated, automating, sending them update sheets to fill out and send back to you, updating your group coaching, everything. Basically, there's a lot of things involved in the back end of an online training business, especially if you're delivering that premium service, right? And you can have multiple steps and model to your model.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the premium one-on-one coaching, there's actually a lot that goes on in the back end, and you can drown in that process just like a face-to-face business. If you don't have things systemized.
Yeah, totally. And lastly, and this is a big step, and I know a lot of coaches and trainers might not be there yet, but this is something you've got to think about, and that is actually building a team. Because you've got to think about automation can take you only so far, as into, okay, my business is earning money and I can walk away from it and it's still going to be earning me money. There's still money going into my bank account. And this is where the other things that can't be done through automation and systems is done through people as well. So this is where you need to think about, what are the team members that I need to be building? A couple of simple ones right now. And this is not, okay, I need to hire a full-time web designer, graphic designer. What about an SEO specialist? What about a copywriter? What about an assistant to be doing things? Like, these are all things that literally are like team members in our team right now and that we outsource into. But you've got to think about, what are the jobs you're doing? Really simply, just so you can grasp your head around it right now, grab a pen and paper and just brain dump all the different things that you are doing in your week for your business. Write down all the different tasks, because then you can actually visually see all the crazy different things that you're doing, because I guarantee you there's only going to be a very small number of things that you actually need to be doing to grow your business.
Probably about 20% of it you specifically need to be doing yourself. The rest, it's the 80-20 rule. The rest, you can probably outsource to somebody else who's likely going to do it better than you.
Yeah.
Because if you are focusing all of your attention on the coaching itself and the key drivers of your business that nobody but you can do, and you're outsourcing the other things like whatever, it's designing this or creating this sales page or some technical side of things, if you outsource that to people who are actually going to do it better than you, it's going to make you way more money in the long run, and your coaching itself is going to elevate.
And just like side note, so my lunch just got delivered right then, and this is another thing that you can outsource. Maybe you shouldn't be doing the cooking, the cleaning, all those other things that are taking your time throughout the day. And that's the thing, 95% of my meals, I'm not going to be cooking, because that is not the best use of my time right now. I can be doing things such as producing this, giving you value, helping you to be able to build
I write
this.
his training programs. He doesn't do this on
No, because I'm not great. He's so much better than me. So I would much rather have Josh write my training programs so I can then get the best results, but then I can do other things that are help going to grow the business from there. So look at it from a holistic point of view. Yes, there's the business and in the business actions and items that you need to be able to do. And then outside of it, do you know what I mean? How do you make your life so much easier?
Yeah, because that's honestly what this is all about too, is improving your quality of life overall. And if going through this process of building your business to the level that you want it to be, why not use that as the focal point to improve every other area of your life?
Yep, totally. So you've got to be really honest and upfront with yourself right now. We've just covered 9 major projects for what it is that you need to do to build your business and really scale your business. We've covered a lot, and I know if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling like, oh my God, there's so much to do, that's perfectly fine. You're not alone, but that is why we want to make sure if you are the right fit, we want you to join us in the Coaches Cartel Cartel right now. Now, first step, you have to qualify to get on board to actually join us and all the coaches and trainers that are the members. So we'll pop a link below for you to be able to apply for your call. You're going to talk to Josh, and Josh is going to break it on down exactly where your business is at, where your business actually wants to go, and what needs to happen right now, just to make sure you're the right fit. And then we're going to start mapping out exactly what it is that you need to do. Then we'll answer all your questions, make sure that everything is actually given super clear for you, and then you can rock and roll. So if you are serious about your fitness business and actually creating scale and actually creating a business that has the ability to last its future and give you security as well, then it's time to be serious about what it is that you need to do to make that happen. And that's why we want you to click the link below, apply for the call, and join us into the Coaches Cartel. I think that's it.
Oh, it was good. All that was good.
Oh yeah.